in which I'll be going live. And today we are going to be talking about the interesting topic of why I actually believe terrorism might not head in Nigeria. Yes, why I actually believe. And we have been seeing so many things going on ever since Donald Trump actually made the statement that if the Nigerian government cannot fix insecurity, is going to come in to fix it. Ever since that particular two statements, different tweets from Donald Trump, we have seen different set of different people bringing up different narrative, cooking up different things, saying a lot of things from left and right center. Why is he coming to our country? Oh, what happened to these particular people? Why are they doing this to Nigeria? Why should it be Nigeria that he actually wants to come to? The people that he has gone to in the past, how did they do it? How is he happen? How did it actually happen that this particular set of people in question, how did they do it that these people actually get to hate each other? They destroyed every of those places and left everywhere in shambles. And they say they have actually gained victory. But the victory that these people gained was not real victory, was not real victory, was not real victory. The victory that these people gained, according to many people, bringing out different narrative. And no, welcome. It is different narrative that these people were pushing back then. So, and that is what it is now. With the people in the United States saying they actually want to come to Nigeria, that is exactly the same thing that these people are now bringing out now. That, oh, if the past is saying this, what is the president now going to see if we allow the United States to come to Nigeria? If the United States is allowed to come to Nigeria. So this has been the main issue, and we are going to be discussing this critically well. And I'm exactly going to be talking about a young man, a young pastor who actually explained everything to us. Because if I say I should go by my own knowledge, I might go astray. But there's this particular man that's actually explained everything to us, and that is the person that we're actually going to be looking at, because we actually need to study his words so that will be really well for you guys. So I've studied on my phone and I'm going to be showing you guys now. So this particular person is a pastor and he actually lived in the north, and he was actually explaining everything that went on from about 19 something to this present age, and how we had this terrorist spread today across Nigeria. How they moved from different sectors to be who they are today. How it just become that the number has grown to become this big, today. How is it that every now and then, instead of them hiding in bushes, these people can now show their faces. They can show their faces to the general populace, and apart from even showing their faces, these people can look into your eyes and tell your government that it is your government that is employing us to do this job for you. It is your government that is saying, oh, we need you people. We are going and do so, go and buy so. That they don't have guns on their own, that they called them, they invite them. And because they invited them, they cannot say no, because there is something to it. And how are these people being able to survive? How are these people being able to get all the ammunitions that they have today? How are all these people being able to get all the resources that they have, all the AK-47, all these machineries, if it is not coming from a particular person, and that is the government in place? So let us just look at what this guy talked about really, really well, because this man of God actually explained everything. And to be very honest, I kind of agree with him. With him. So you will kind of stay with me as I actually open it up. So let's get started. So for those that actually know about the early background of all of these riots, you will know that the Muslims, Christianity in Nigeria is one of the problems that we have had over years, in which so many Christians are being persecuted. If you grow in the north, I'm not talking of those that actually grow in the south, because whenever the northerners actually talk about these things, we cannot relate, especially those in southwest, those in southeast. The IPOB is still a small thing. You cannot relate with all of these people because they are the one going through the bulk of the problem. They are the one that are actually crying out daily, screaming their voice out daily. But it looks like their media is being suppressed. It looks like these people don't have a voice. It looks like the media is controlled. So the narrative will not be able to spawn out to generations, will not be able to spawn out to different people. So people will not be able to see what these people are actually going through in the real sense. So around 1992 to 1993, there was the Zango Kafat riots around that time. And talking about these things, these people were actually persecuting Christians. Immediately there's any riot like this, the people that enjoys, or I said the people that enjoy, the people that suffers it the most are the Christians. Because anytime that riots, they start looking for people to actually buy. So people, most especially people around that southern Kaduna tribes, were unalived. Churches and Christian-owned business were burned and destroyed. So if they discover that this church is a church like this, they destroy it. Christians-owned businesses were also destroyed. There were also recorded cases of business owners that are actually Igbo. If they notice that you were Igbo back then around 1992, 1993. That is why some people from it has been. I remember my mother talking about serving back then around. I can't remember one time when she served, but she was complaining about how crazy they were back then and how she was scared to go and serve as far as that time before they gave back to me back then, to tell you how this thing has actually spawned for years. It has actually gone on for years. This thing has been going on. It's not today's thing. It's not a new thing. It's not a new thing that Christians have been persecuted in Nigeria. They have been burnt. Their businesses have been burnt. These people are people that they just look you at like this. Any small thing like this, you could be unalived. I can never remember one of my statement that one of my mom made when we were discussing. She asked one of her peers who was a Muslim that is her friend, and he asked her that with all the things that they are going through, that if anything happens today, will you look at me as your friend like this and unalive me? And the next thing he said, if riot happened here today, I'm going to unalive you. My mom was shocked to the bone. She said she can never forget that experience. That is when she knew that no, she's at the wrong place. That was when she knew that she was at the wrong place. So immediately she finished NYC like this. And since then, it has been like that, even till this day. So the early memories shaped by many people's belief, especially for Christians, are that Christians are endangered species in northern Nigeria. And you will see so many Muslims being happy about this, especially in the northern Nigeria. It was the first time that there was this dividing line, yes, where people, just for being at the wrong tribe or with the wrong religion, you could be unalived. It could cost you for your life. Some people now have to run for their life. Anytime there's riot like this, it is big problem, because you need to run for your life. Because if you don't run for your life, you could be dead in an instant. So moving on to the 2002, there was this Sharia crisis. Back then, and recurring religious violence. In the year 2000, during the Sharia riots in Kaduna, hundreds of people died from that riot that happened in around that 2000 to 2002. Muslims attacked, and even if you were living amongst, and at that particular time, even if you're a Muslim and you are living among Christians, your life is also endangered. If your tribes actually are accustomed to people that are Christians, you need to run for your life too. You are not safe, even if you are Muslim, because you are not Muslim enough. Back then, as at 2000. So if we talk about remember the riot that happened when the Miss World riot happened around the 2002, when outrage sparked in France. And because outrage sparked in France, people were unaliving themselves in Nigeria, in northern Nigeria. That's how crazy it is. Somebody did something in France, and in Nigeria, they were unaliving themselves. That was how crazy it is. Each spark, whether from politics, from foreign newspapers, seemed to ignite the same fire. Churches burned, families fleeing, neighbors turning on neighbors. And that was the example that I gave when I said my mom asked a neighbor that if everything happened today, will you kill me? That one said yes. My mom said, no, you can't be my friend. I can never forget that experience. He said, you can never be my friend. In Kaduna back then. So there was this widespread of something that were targeting majorly Christians. So you know that you're a Christian like this, you are not safe. You are not safe. There is nothing like you have been saved from all of this. And they were targetly places where we have the combination of both Christians and Muslims. That's where you will discover that places like Plateau, are not safe. People are not safe. People have been dying in their skulls. And that is where I will actually do, that's why I will actually do shout out to this man of God, Reverend Dochumo, the man that is actually speaking right now about these killings. Like, to be very honest, this man, God will bless you. God will bless you. God will bless you. So, looking at states like Kaduna, Plateau, Nasarawa, Taraba, Benue, Bauchi, Gombe, Borno, all of these set of these places like this are places that they target, are places that these people attack. They claim that and all of this is just an organized crime to wipe out Christianity. All of this is targeted crime to. So you will now see people being unalived daily. You see people being born alive. You see villages being burnt. You see places being empty, and they take over all of these places. That is how it has been. That is how it has been. The violence, he says, has this pattern. The same screams every now and then. The same smoke, just different town and different years. And this was what many people, many Christians in northern Nigeria have been doing. So when I see so many Southerners or Southwesterners coming out to come and cry out, you are deceiving yourself. Why? Because these people that you are crying out about, you don't have a feeling of what it is. I don't think anybody in Lagos has asked that big riot like that will be unaliving over 500 people at once throughout many people's entire life in Southwest. I don't think since they were born they have actually experienced one big riot like that people will have to unalive themselves and they will kill themselves in 1,000, in 2,000. It has never happened before in Southwest that I know of. So all of these things are something that we don't get to see. We don't get to know. So you cannot understand and come from your perspective and tell them that it is a lie. And that is why when many people are talking about the genocide in Nigeria, is there genocide in Nigeria? Yes. Is there Christian genocide in Nigeria? Yes. Are Muslims being killed? Obviously. But we will get there because we will be going, because before now, there was nothing like killings of Muslims. During this period, there was nothing like killings of Muslims. I will tell you when Muslims entered this thing, when they started unaliving Muslims, I will tell you. Muslims are also casualties in all of these things, yes. But I will tell you when Muslims actually entered. So let us go together. So the rise of Boko Haram and alleged link. Back then in 2009, something happened. That was the period when Goodluck Jonathan was in power. If you remember back then, Goodluck Jonathan was in power, and Buhari government had actually made it known that they were going to make sure that by fire, by force, by thunder, by lightning, Buhari must enter power by fire, by force. And they know that many people actually loved Goodluck Jonathan. Many people that are actually claiming that they don't like Goodluck Jonathan, probably back then, probably because of some of his policies, is because the wickedness of the wicked changed the narrative. The bombing that happened in Abuja, the bombing that happened, the Chibok girls issue, that was what exactly made so many people think that, oh, this guy is not competent enough. But that was the narrative that was pushed back then. So back then in 2009, what actually happened? Let's talk about it. In 2009, all these people came together. All these, Kashim Shettima, the Halim Moduv, and Issa Patini, and all of those big people back then came together and formed the APC now, the APC government. And they said they actually want to save Nigerians from the PDP government. So they started gathering forces. They started pushing narrative. They started going abroad to even gain much more influence. And Barack Obama was the one in power back then. If you remember back then, there were so many pictures of these people together. Shettima was there, there was Tinubu there, and so many other people. Adams Oshomole, all of these people. Is Adams Oshomole there? I'm not sure. But many of these people were there back then. All of them were there. They have gone to meet Buhari. They have gone to meet Barack Obama. So after the bombing and every of these things, which was initiated, well, I will not say initiated, but I'm talking about what this guy actually said, which was initiated by them, allegedly, caused all these issues that we are seeing today. So these people now planned that if these people now bought machineries. People from Chad, people from different places, they bought mercenaries. That if they don't win this election, Nigeria will be soaked in blood. And there was a particular time that Buhari even made that clear statement himself. that if he doesn't win this election, blood will flow. He made it known. So it was not something that was hidden. He made it known, blood will flow. He had made it known. They had put people into strategic places. And that was the bandit. Wow, that was the bandit. And that was the bandit. And that was the bandit. So they had put different people into different sections. They have put them in bushes. That if anything happened, that I don't win this election, blood will flow in Nigeria. And that was why Goodluck noticed this intelligence and said, nobody, no ambition is worth the blood of Nigerians. And he forfeited that fight. Why? Because he didn't want war. But unfortunately, all of these people that came into the place, all these people that they brought from Chad, there was no way they could send them back. And when they noticed that we have all of these bullets with us, we have all of these guns with us, we have all of these things with us, why is it so hard what is so hard that since we have all of these things and we know the connection in which we can bring more in, why can't we now force ourselves to now start living here? So they started destroying things. And that was when the Muslims entered the equation. That was when Muslims entered the equation. That was when they started unaliving Muslims too. So the set of people that have actually been committing these atrocities before were Muslims, only Muslims committing the crime on Christians. But when it got to the fact that these people brought all of these people in, when they brought all of these people in, that was when after they brought all these people in, that was when Muslims started getting killed. Because at first, some Muslims were happy about it. I told you the experience with my mom. And she was saying that, I will kill you. I will unalive you. If you say anything, I will not. And that is some of the mentality that these people have actually grown with. That I can unalive you, that humanity doesn't matter. But they looked at it and they told themselves that, see, this place, you are not safe. You are not safe. But that was back then, not until them themselves now became victims. But it was the people that these people brought to actually come and fight Nigeria if they don't win election that are now killing. So it doesn't matter if you are Christians or you are Muslims. These people come and they actually take you. These people come and they take your life. And the reason why they will come and take your life is because of one statement that Adams Oshiomhole made. That there are some people in power. Oh God. There are some people in power that are retired generals that are actually conducting illegal mining in Nigeria currently. So if they discover that there is illegal mining somewhere, those generals, those retired generals are the ones responsible for all of these things. So what do? They actually hire all of these terrorists. That is why we have different faiths. That is why some people, they are actually involved in taking the lives of people generally. Those were the ones that were there before. Not until the Buhari one came. And with the Buhari one, all of them came together at one point in time. And they said, no, it cannot happen that we will continue like this. We can't continue like this. So they started taking the lives of people. Many of these generals, we call them and we'll make use of them. We'll pay them. We arm them. That was why when Pastor Adeboye was actually making a statement known that he went to Buhari when Buhari was in government. How many of you remember that time when he actually went to Buhari? He went to Buhari's place. And when he got there at Buhari's place, what did Buhari tell him? Well, when he got there, when he brought his conversation, what was Buhari's response? What he got from that meeting was the fact that the sponsors of this terrorism in Nigeria is in the government. So it is very, 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 very hard to fight these people. And that is why it will be very hard to stop terrorism in Nigeria. That is why it will be very, very hard. So all of these people are retired generals that are big. And that is why illegal mining will continue. Illegal mining in places like Zamfara, gold, they just discovered Kwara, lithium. So this violence is just to distract citizens. According to him, he said, where elite and foreign partners mine resources. So the elite now make use of all of these resources. So in order to make them be able to mine, they distract Nigerians from this illegal mining and they do their things for free. And they know that if they attack this particular place, People will be concentrating on that particular that problem that is happening, while they do their things. Nobody actually looking at them. So it has been the normal things for years. So we have some blood suckers, evil suckers, wicked entities, demons that will intentionally kill people for their own benefits. That is what it is, according to him. So in his view, every gunshot in the bush hides the sound of gold being dug up somewhere nearby. So if some people are digging up gold nearby, they will distract the government with something else, with bullets, with bombs, with lives. So lives will go, lives will be destroyed, many will be killed, many will be unalived. And why would they be unalived? It's not because of anything, no. It's because of people's gold. It's because of some gold that they were digging out somewhere. It's because of some gold. It's because of some lithium that they will now sell in dollars to other countries. That is exactly what these people are doing. So Boko Haram, listen, Boko Haram bandits and Fulani militants shares one mission: Islamization and territorial takeover. Violence is sustained because some leaders profit from it. The reason why we have so many people, many countries that when we are getting aid from the United States is because of the violence that we are having in Nigeria. Immediately violence stops, all these aids will not be necessary. And because of the beneficiary of all of these things, they will not want it to stop. They will not want it to stop. So in as much as, and if you remember back then, that mercenaries were bought by, what's it called? When the United States didn't want to actually sell weapons to, under Barack Obama's government back then, they said they don't want to sell weapons to our government. So they actually brought in mercenaries. Jonathan brought in mercenaries, and they were unaliving all of these people in parks. They were unaliving them in the bush back then. If you remember that time that they were talking about, they were unaliving them in Sambisa forest back then. If you remember, they were unaliving all of these people. Immediately Buhari took over. He stopped them. He sent them away. And that mission failed. Probably today, if they had continued with that mission, today, probably we will not have anything called Boko Haram. Probably we will not have anything called terrorism in Nigeria. But because of, I will not say it is cowardice, but I will not also say it is not helping. Because I cannot imagine you having bought so many people in the bush. Because the same thing that these people actually bought them for are still the same thing that we are still experiencing today. So that is why sometimes I just ask myself, I'm like, if we look at this thing, if Jonathan had insisted to enter, he will continue to fight this terrorism and probably fight them off till they finish another 4,000. Because these people brought him back then is still the problem that we are fighting till today. I don't know if anybody is getting me. It's still that big problem that we are fighting till today. Adibin probably had said he was going to enter because he had every power to enter and nothing was going to stop him. But the fight was going to be bloody. So sometimes I ask myself, because it is in the between of either you being a cowardice not to enter power, to take power, because you're not bold enough, or it's because you're just looking at the bloodshed that will happen. But in as much as we now want to come back to the future right now, if you look at what is going on, bloodshed is still rampant. The bloodshed that was not there before is now even double now. In this year alone, we have over 7,000 people being unalived already. This year alone. So the numbers have doubled and quadrupled. So the reason why he was saying he doesn't want to be in power back then is still what is haunting us till today. So the Islamization and the territorial takeover. Violence is sustained because some leaders profit from it. I said that. Predict insecurity will last for decades if not checked. He paints it not as a random chaos, but as a long game. Power, profit, belief, woven into one dark fabric. So, the only thing that can actually make all of this, right, to end Number one is if they can actually ban Sharia law, because this Nigeria is not it's not a combined state, it's just a one state. If they cannot ban Sharia law, all of this cannot end. So if they ban it, because Nigeria is a secular state, according to him, he said the only thing that they can actually do is to ban Sharia law nationwide. He urges partnership with foreign powers to crush terrorism, not abort terrorism. Not negotiate with terrorism. You don't negotiate with terrorists. And that is one of the problems that we are facing. There's no way you negotiate. The more you negotiate with terrorists, the more these people become big. The more you negotiate with these people, the more they gain more strength and more power and more visibility. Before, these people were hiding in the forest. Now, these people are showing themselves and having peace talk. Peace talk. Peace talk. Peace talks. These people have entered into the army system. They have entered into every sector. And because the people that are actually funding them are the ones in government, it is very, very hard to fight terrorism in Nigeria. It's very, very hard. And that is just the truth of the matter. We will continue to shout, and people will continue to die in those places. But the people that are actually supplying them all of these machineries, all of these equipment, are people that are actually enjoying from it. And who has to pay the price? Nigerians. Who has to pay the blood for it? Somebody has to be the sacrificial blood for all of these things, and that is Nigerians. Who has to cry? Who has to lose their baby? I was looking at the picture. Anytime that picture comes back to my head, tears almost shake from my eyes. Tears almost come down from my eyes. I was seeing a woman. I think when she was actually, let me narrate what it was to you. I made it known in one of my TikTok videos, right? I made it known in one of my TikTok videos. When she was actually, she was breastfeeding her baby. According to, because I was seeing this oja, all these things that they used to wrap baby was tied around that woman. And I saw that woman, she was unalived. Her breast was all outside, just one part of her breast. And the reason why one part of her breast was outside, according to what I think, is that she was breastfeeding her baby when she was unalived. She was breastfeeding her baby while she was unalived. Imagine you dying in that kind of position while feeding a child. The baby was at the floor with that man. That baby was killed. That baby was unalived. That baby was unalived. They didn't look at it that, this is the child, let us leave the child alone. They unalived the mother, they unalived the people. I saw many scores of women, all of them lying on the floor. About probably like 20-something or thereabouts. And I saw small children being unalived. Every one of them packed like dustbin goods. Every one of them packed like dustbin goods together. All of them like this. These are human beings. Human beings. Human lives taken, all of them packaged like dirty goods. And I was asking myself, how can we get to this point that we have this agent of wickedness in this country? That it will get to a point that people will be unalived in scores like that. That you'll be seeing bones in Yalewata, seeing bones of people. 500. I was watching a video that the Dunamis pastor was saying 529 people in one single day. One single day, just one day, 529 people were unalived by bandits. Back then, is it 2020 something? I've forgotten the year that he mentioned. That was what he mentioned. That was what he mentioned. 2020, about this. And now we have over 200 people from Yalewata. When will this continue to happen? So the Christian genocide in Nigeria is real. But when Muslims says Muslims are being killed too, you can now know where the Muslims equation entered. You can now see clearly where the equation of the Muslims entered. Like, in as much as Muslims are being killed in all of these things, it started somewhere. It originated from somewhere. It originated because some people actually wanted to grab power for themselves. So you have some people that were actually fighting just to kill, just because they want their jihadist rule to come in place. And there were also others that are actually fighting that anytime they just see you, they are being paid to be unalive you. There are some people that they actually just want you gone as a Christian. There are some people that the reason why they're actually killing you or taking you bandits is because they want to distract Nigerians. They want to distract Nigerians. And all of those people that actually kidnap you, what do they do for you? There's nothing that they will do. They just need to take you, ask for money for you, find money to pay. By the time that one makes round, the government start looking for way to settle the bills. Everybody start looking for way. They are not concerned about all of this wealth of the nation any longer. So we are losing a very high percentage to illegal mining by wicked folks. And when Adams Oshiomhole actually made that statement back then, that Nigerians are actually losing illegal mining to our generals, our big generals in the army. And until we are able to curb all of those things, some of these security problems will not end. It will not end. It will not end. It cannot end until we take the bull by the horn like this. Boom by the horn like this. And so when we are asking for support, sometimes when what's it called is saying that they actually want to help us or they want to actually enter the government, sometimes I'm asking myself, the people that you actually really want to fight are people in high places. How do you want to fight them? How do you want to fight all of these people? Tell me, just make it known. How do you want to fight them? Because if you look at it in the true fairness of where there is no way you actually want to fight it. So terrorism in Nigeria is something that might not end, especially in all of these places that has major mineral resources. That is my take. Because if these people come now, it might get to a point that they might actually destroy things. Truly. They might not have the purest of intention. Do we want them to come to Nigeria? No, I don't want them. I'm sure many of you don't want them to come to Nigeria. But to what choice do Nigerians have? To what end will it be that all of this will stop? When exactly will it stop? When will we go 6 months straight without hearing of terrorism in Nigeria? When will we go 1 year straight without hearing of terrorism? Is it possible in Nigeria that for a whole year, Nigerians will not hear of one case of terrorism? Can it happen that we will get to a point that terrorism will eradicate? That has always been my point. That has always been my point. That can we get to a point when this thing will finally end and we will not have to drag all this nonsense? So, and that's why you will see, according to him, he's making a mention on the fact that figures like Sheikh Gumi are the ones giving platforms. That's why you see that man is a sympathizer. These are people that are supposed to be arrested, while the whistleblowers are ignored. You will not see all these whistleblowers talking about this Christian persecution because the media has been bought. You'll be wondering why Reverend Dochumu has not actually right now been actually called at different TV stations, and everything they are calling him daily to know exactly what is going on in the country. Or it is Sheikh Gumi, the terrorist sympathizer, that is on several news outlets being asked about all of these things. And to be telling you, I'm telling you that even people with microphones, people that are Christians, are even taking sides over this issue. And if we don't tell ourselves the truth, Nigeria cannot get freedom. So one of the things that I've been asking myself over time is that will this bloodshed end? Will it end? Hey, please. Will this bloodshed end? Will it end? Because it needs to end. We can't continue like this. And that's why everybody needs to just rise up. That is why everybody needs to rise up. That is why everybody needs to rise up. I actually want to show you something. There is something that I've actually been very, very curious about. I need to talk about these things. Stay with me, please. There's a picture that is showing on my screen right now. And this particular picture in question, right, is pictures of people praying in mosque that they don't want Donald Trump to come to Nigeria. People saying prayers that they actually don't want Donald Trump to come to Nigeria. So that means we have some people that are actually tired of all these situations that we are going through in Nigeria. And there are also some people that are not happy with it. Some people actually love the fact that we are actually hearing of killings every day in this country. There are some people that it is good news for them that Nigerians are being slaughtered in their numbers every day. It is good news to some people that so many people right now, you see, so many people right now are going through pain, but it is none of their business. It is good news to so many people. So I'm actually seeing a picture. I just wish you two can help us so that we can be able to remove background just like TikTok, so that I'll be able to remove this background and be able to show you what I'm saying. I don't know why they are doing this to us on YouTube. YouTube, if you can come across this particular side of me, please give us way so that we can actually remove background, because I'm using my phone. Probably I'll go and start checking how to use Streamlab or something, because it doesn't make any sense, right? But let me just continue. I'm seeing a particular picture right now of people praying that they don't want Donald Trump in Nigeria. There's another picture that I'm also seeing of Donald Trump being hanged, and they are saying they don't want him in Nigeria. And you ask the question, why is it that you guys don't want him? It's because some people are actually happy. They're actually happy. They're actually happy that many people have been killed, and many people have been unalived. And until they get to a point when everybody together as collective says that, or high percentage of people tell ourselves that, see, we don't want this again. We don't want this again. It must end by force. It must end by force. And that we need help. Because looking at the numbers of people in our armed forces is not enough. About just 300 and something thousand soldiers or thereabouts to cater for 300 to cater for over 220 million people. 220 million people. So look at the number of people in the armed forces. They are not enough to cater for Nigerians. And we have so many people, so many of them in the high places, taking like 3 already, taking like 2 already, taking like 4 already. People in the government house, you know the number of securities they have? People that are actually with rich men, pastors will collect their own. High people who are now remaining to even cater for Nigerians. Who are the set of people that are actually now remaining to cater for the young Nigerians? How many people are remaining? That's where you will see that there is problem with us. Because the people that are supposed to even cater for us are not enough. And to be very honest, for them to even say they want to cater for more self, it is more budget for Nigerians. It's more budget for Nigeria. And do we have the budget? Do we? Do we? So we have sympathizers taking the glory, taking the champions, taking the champion for all of these things, whereas Nigerians are being unalived. I'm looking at the particular picture now. I wish I can show you, where it is being said that Bono government spent over, Jesus Christ, 6 billion. 6 billion in 18 months. I wish I can show you these things. In rehabilitation of about, how many people? 18 months to rehabilitate repentant Boko Haram. Let me read it again. Federal government, from Sahara Reporters, federal government spent over 6 billion naira. 6 billion naira. That if they put into the police force, it will do something. It will build probably some outlets for these police officers. So sad. Over 6 billion in 18 months to rehabilitate repentant Boko Haram. People that are not supposed to leave prison till they die. They are being rehabilitated. Some of them are being pushed into the army. And that's so when they now say that the army has actually been infiltrated, you cannot blame it. You cannot blame them. There was a particular soldier that came out one time and said that he was shooting too much. They accused him that he's shooting too much. How do you shoot in too much in a war? Somebody should explain to me how you shoot too much in a war. People are trying to shoot you, and your colleagues are now telling you, hey, this country is a joke. Your colleagues are telling you that you are shooting too much because he's a very good sniper. Very good sniper. So from his section, he was shooting too much. According to him, he was giving his testimony, but they were accusing him of shooting too much. Why? You hear some things in Nigeria, you just continue to laugh. You continue to laugh. So you'll see many people killing scores of people daily. They target you, they target your life, they target your family, they destroy all of these things. There was a particular story that even trended of this particular guy, Sunday Jackson, that was told that to even defend yourself in Nigeria is a problem. That a particular Fulani headsman carried his gun to kill you. And what did you now do in response? You did everything to attack you. This particular person in question want to attack your farm, want to actually destroy your goods. But what did you now do? You say, you want to come to my farmland to come and destroy my things? I will destroy you. And with all your power, you unalive the person in the question. They took you guys to court. And you said you were defending yourself. But the law said no, that you are the one that is going to die. And if somebody came to my farm to come and kill me in my farm, I defended myself and killed the person in question. Because he actually wanted to kill me, but I killed him back. Now I have to die too. We're a joke of the country, in all honesty. So when we think about all of these things, every now and then, I have so many news to talk about. But this country is just a joke. So when I talk about the fact that the case of Tinubu, I'm seeing her right now, burned to death. Till today, nobody was held responsible. None. She was burned to death. What was our offense? This particular lady in question said, this particular thing that you are doing, this is a group for books, not for nonsense. Not for, this is a, what's it called? You got what? I can't remember what exactly happened. Somebody should help me in the comment. I can't remember what exactly happened. But it looked like they were doing something that they were not supposed to do in the group. And she now came and became angry over it. And because she was angry, they now burnt her alive. I can't remember. Somebody should help me. They were doing something that they were not supposed to do in the group, right? And because they were doing all of these things, she was not, and she just came and did what she did, right? She did what she did. She typed what she typed. And because of that, they came for her. They unalived this girl. They burnt her to death. They stoned her. They beat her up. And they shouted in him after they killed her. There were evidences of people who unalived this girl. There was a man on camera holding matches. I was the one that used matches till today. It's so painful. Some of these experiences, when I look at them, I'm just like, no. You see pictures of different people in the bush. Different people holding billions, millions of naira. Terrorists in the groups having millions that they have collected from people's blood and sweat. So when I say insecurity in Nigeria will not end, it's not because it cannot end. It can end. But there are some people that we need to either be unalived or locked up for it to end. And who will lock all of those people up? Because they are the ones in high places. Who will restructure the minds of all of these people? Because some of these people need the restructuring. Their thinking must change. The way they think, the way they have their thoughts, they need to have reorientation. Many of them. Because it is easier to be influenced in that numbers because of the place that they have. That is why location actually matters. If you look at the out of school children that we have today, it is easy to recruit all of these people. It's easy to just go to a IDP camps. Moreover, we have over 1.2 million people in IDP camps today across different places. I was listening to Dunamis, the pastor of Dunamis. He was talking about the fact that how do I remember what he said? He said there are over 200 and something. Is it no, not 200? About 12,000 widows that is catering for. Widows that were husbands were killed from terrorism in Nigeria. I saw that, I almost shed tears. Terrorism in Nigeria. So widows. So these people are not the one funding them. Because these people don't have job. Their farmlands are being destroyed. Farmlands are being destroyed daily. And what that means is more importation and more poverty. Because all of these people that we are putting in IDP camps with nothing doing, their source of livelihood being destroyed, it will later haunt us. Even us in the Southwest, later on. It will later haunt us. So people need to start speaking. We need to start speaking as a whole. For every Muslim that can speak, speak out. For every Christian that can speak, speak out. For every help that we can help, you can help us out. For those that are watching this from probably abroad, you might get to watch it later. Whatever thing you can do to help Nigeria. So, because the people that you actually want to give all of these things to, the hate to, they will chop the money. But there are the people that actually need it in the real sense. The people that are actually suffering from all of this, day in, day out. People that are actually suffering from all of these shenanigans, day in, day out, are the citizens themselves. And these people have been crying in their numbers, shouting every day, come to our rescue, come to our aid, be our guide. Don't do this to us. We are dying in our cause. Different women wearing black almost every day. People, mass burial in Nigeria. And because you see me are not affected, doesn't mean it's not happening. Just because you feel like you are not affected directly or indirectly, does not mean it's not happening. Because they have not killed 5 of your members, and you need to bury people week in, week out, does not mean it's not happening. That's why when I see so many pastors, especially from Southwest, coming to say that, oh, they are coming for our resources, I want to ask you this question: if you can actually think that if you are the one that have to bury your church members week in, week out, would you be thinking about any resources? The people in Benue, the people in Makodi, the people in all of these places, would they be thinking about one natural resources? These people are running for their lives. People who are even scared in IDP camps and in all of these places that they are in, they're not safe. So when you now come and bring your rhetoric of it is because this, just thank God for where you are. Thank God for where you were born. Thank God that you don't have to run for your life. Thank God that you are not being killed like a goat, like an animal. And that is what it is. So the people that are actually sponsoring all these things are just people at the top. So, and until we attack the problem from the top, it cannot stop downward. They called them in. They may not have the power and the capacity to take them out easily, but they can actually do this. They can actually do it. They can actually do it. They can actually do it. For everybody watching right now, we have 6 people currently. 6 people watching currently. It's not actually easy, right, to talk. I actually want to make this live about 1 hour or thereabouts. 1 hour or thereabouts. But let's now go. Before I go, right? Before I go, we actually now want to talk about the Donald Trump issue. The Donald Trump issue. How many of you remember Donald Trump? This guy was hanged by the Northerners in Nigeria. He was hanged like this. They hanged him. They hanged this man. That they don't want him in their country. And the reason why they hanged the man is not because of anything. It's not because of anything. They hanged him. It's just because they don't want him to come. Because they know that if he comes, it's going to affect their families. Because some of the people that are actually causing this issue in Nigeria, if you look at it properly, they are actually related. That is why some people will come and tell you that all these sympathizers will come and tell you that these people that you actually want to kill are, 1, they are Muslim brothers. 2, they are family members. They are family members. So your family member, you know that your family member is involved in all of these things. And still, you cannot curtail your family member that is involved in it. Still, you look at your family member doing all of this every now and then, unaliving people on a daily, every day. They kill people, but you are happy that your family member is probably bringing money home from the cry of many, from the tears of many, from the trauma of many. Nigeria can still be a whole country, but sometimes it looks very, very hard. Tinubu himself has said that he doesn't believe in one Nigeria, and he knows what he was saying when he actually made that statement. He knows what he was saying. He knows. You can't tell me that he doesn't know what he was saying when he actually made that statement back then. I was young when he made that statement, but even when he made that statement, You cannot deny that there is element of truth in it. But me, I don't want the division of Nigeria. But we need strong hands to meet this strong will. And this government has shown that they are not strong enough to fight all of these people. And that is why me, I'm not against Trump assisting. But in as much as you want to assist, they need to be very wise. You need to be very, very wise. You need to be very wise. You need to be intelligent enough, or else they will just become a pawn. And they might think they are strong, probably because they have load of army, intelligence, and all of these things. But these people, anybody that is fighting, that can be killed for his own life, they have nothing to lose sometimes. Those people are not to be played with anyhow. Those people are not to be played with anyhow. It's so sad. It's so sad. I'm probably not going to talk about this issue again because I don't even like to talk about it. I don't like talking about all of this issue. Majorly, I talk about trending issues, but this is not one of the things I like to talk about. But I just said, let me just do this one once, because I talk about stories every evening. Story that is trending. So if you are the kind of any story that is trending, you can just go on any of my videos, just comment what you actually want me to talk about. I make my research and I come here every evening to talk about it. I spend 1 hour. Right now, we have spent about 51 minutes. Right now, by 1 hour, I'm going to close. Right. So that is just what has been going on. That's just what has been going on. And to be very honest, it's so crazy. It's also crazy. They told you one thing, and that thing that they told you to do is just to make sure that you create awareness. Make sure you end the killing or I come for you. But Nigeria don't turn everything upside down. Nigeria don't destroy everything upside down. Nigeria don't calamity upon calamity, change narrative, push narrative, said different things. Fix your country, I come and fix it for you. If you say you don't want to get sense, I will help you put sense in that your head. That is just what this man is asking for. But Nigeria started pushing narrative of every of the country that they have been to, every of the country that they have done this, and forgotten that it is under different administration, under different people, under different. It is well with us. So, anybody that has anything to say under the comment, you can drop something. Mention just one Nigerian name. Nigerian name of what? Nigerian name of what? Nigerian name of what? Wood boy, what are you talking about? Nigerian name of what? Let me know what you are talking about. So if you have any question to just ask, you can just ask it now. And let's just talk about it, or something that you want to add, just add it now before we go. We have 8 more minutes before we end the live, right? We need to hear you speak too. We need to hear you speak. So people on the comments, is Nigeria a country? According to everything that we know now, Nigeria is a country. And Nigeria will continue to become a country as long as we want it to be a country. We have French names. What is the French name? Give me an example of the French name, I beg. Give me an example of the French name. I don't understand what you're saying. According to the lies we must believe. We have French names. According to the lies we must believe. I don't understand you. I'm getting confused. Explain very well so that I can understand what you are saying. Right? According to the lies we must believe. Is Nigeria a country? We have French names. According to the lies we must believe. I'm still looking for some of the things that are actually straight-shotted. I want to know if I'm actually done with treating this topic very well, because it's going to save later on if there's anything I'm actually missing that I've not spoken about. So tomorrow, I don't know if we are still going to be talking about Reginians. For Nigerians, or probably you're an African, I don't know if we are going to be discussing about Nigeria or another topic, or probably, because I talk about series too. Yeah, for those that watch series too, movie series too, I don't know, probably we'll talk about this too. So for those that like all of these things, we are going to talk about it too. Yoruba Nation, Biafra and Hausa. Make everybody they go their separate ways, Abi. Hey, Chineke. Oh God. But to be very honest, if we look at this thing, does it even make sense? If we look at it critically well, will it actually make sense that we actually go our separate ways? I've been looking at it because one of the things that make us strong as a nation, right, is us being together. But if we go separately, in as much the reason why I don't just like all of this is just that there is no fairness in what we do. There's no fairness. We want to do election. Election is is a scam. The election that they did in Anambra, there was a video clip that I posted on my TikTok page, Favour speech on TikTok, where I talked about the fact that where I talked about the fact that Malta, bros na lie, Malta is a small country. I'm not saying we cannot survive. I'm not saying we cannot survive, but I say, does it benefit us? Can't we just live as one? It's very, very hard. But can't we just live as one? And in as much as, because every small thing like this, every small conversation you have that talks about intellect, many people are already bringing in tribalism. They're already bringing in things that they are not supposed to bring in. They are bringing in, I'm from this and from that. It's because you are this, you must not come to my land. It's not because of this. And there are other countries that have many tribes too, like Nigeria. We are not the only one that have many tribes. We have so many other countries that have many tribes. You know better, may we go. Oh God. Hey. So that means are we probably like somebody like me like this, that I'm a Southwesterner, right? And I currently don't stay in Southwest. So that means I actually probably have to move. Or that means if I actually want to come to this part of the place, I would not need to pay money. I would not need to pay money like I'm traveling. Ah, sometimes it's just crazy, bro. It's just crazy. I understand you, Shao. I understand you. In all honesty, I understand you. I understand you. I get you. But imagine me having currently. Imagine me staying right now in the east. Hmm. 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 What if one of our sister there among those bring back our guests? God forbid, our brothers and sisters will not be part. I understand you. I know all these things. I get you. To be very honest, but it's just painful that we are just God a big, God a big, God a big. I just wish this insecurity can just end just once and for all. Make everybody just go one day. But it cannot end if this is this Nigerian government that is there. And no matter the government, let this saints come. Germany. I understand you, Shao, but for Nigerians here, there are many things to lose actually. For Nigerians here, and it's painful. Another man's another man's country, Shao. Another man's country. It is well. It is well. That's why I believe Nigeria, Nigeria, it cannot stop. As long as we still have all of these people in power, as long as we still have all of these wicked entities in power, as long as we still have all these generals that are taking mineral resources, they will surely continue. But one thing I know is that the fact that we can reduce it, but it will come first from the leaders. It will come first from the head. I can travel to Yoruba Nation with my Biafra pass. So now, like this, me, I'm currently like in the east, like this, and I'm from Yoruba, like this. So just so now, but do you know? Do you know that if that kind of thing happens and we later get to separate, it will be hard to enter. Do you know? Because everybody will want to protect them, will not want anything. If you are an Igbo person like this, and I discover that you are Igbo like this, those people, not me, because me, I don't even get time for all of those shenanigans. But all those people, you know that it will be hard. They will not even want you. Let's imagine that Igbo separate like this, and Yoruba separate like this, and this one separate like this. You know that it will be hard. It will be quite hard if you think about it. Wise men go dey trade. Hmm. 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 But there will be other countries too to trade to. You know that there are some particular, there's the Southwest, in as much as they deal in trading and all of these things, there are some particular things that we know to get natural resources. The reason why it would have made sense if Nigeria has just had one same things, one thing that one language, one tribe, probably it would have been better than this. Chad. So that means everybody from different places like this will be trading at different costs together. Everybody will be doing trading. We will now be traveling from one nation to another, traveling from Yoruba nation to Hausa nation to Biafra nation. Oh shit. Oh god. So now like this, me, I first need to go back from east that I am back to the as long as there is peace. And do you know that there might probably be development in all of these things? Do you know that if everybody has to just cater for his own people, nobody will want to be left behind. That no, this guy is doing better than me. This one is doing better than me. The Biafra nation is doing better than me. The Hausa nation is doing better than me. And the Yoruba nation is doing better than me. Do you know? Probably that can actually help, but notwithstanding, be rocket science. We have different but we just have different people that they are enjoying from it and they will not want it to work. And those are the people in power. So they will not even want us to even break up. That's why Nnamdi Kanu, I was looking at Nnamdi Kanu, he was fighting in court the day before. How many days ago was that? I can't remember the days ago that was. He was fighting and fighting. They were beating, they were shouting. Was shouting in court, and I'm wondering in my mind, I was just telling myself, I'm like, Oga, these people that don't actually want your freedom, some of them are your people, some of them are the people at the top. They don't want your freedom. They don't want you to. It's not because of anything. It's not because you have done anything wrong. It's just because they don't want your freedom. So if they don't want his freedom, that means they don't actually want Nigerians to split because it's actually benefiting them at the top. But many Nigerians are not benefiting from all of these things. So they continue to cry every now and then. They continue to shout, they scream at the top of their voices every now and then. Help us to help us. Help us. Help us. It is well. It is well. It is well. We've gotten to 1 hour, 2 minutes. Yesterday, I was able to get to 1 hour, 4 minutes. It's nice having this conversation with you, good boy. I would love to see you more in my live stream. If you are watching this video, you can do well to subscribe to my channel, right? And turn on the notification bell icon so you'll be notified anytime I go on live, so you can come and join me and support me. We can have a good conversation together after I've given my submission. It's always good that you guys give your submission, talk about things, and it's very, very lovely. And one thing I just know, I just really appreciate the fact that I get to see people here on live. I don't take it for granted at all. I really don't take it for granted. So thank you very much, good boy. Thank you for everybody that is still present, that is still watching this way. Yeah, I really, really appreciate. God bless you, everybody. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, different topic though. Might not be about politics. I'm wondering what I'm going to talk about, but still then, it's probably going to be about this Regina Daniels issue because I need to talk about the part 2 already. But let's just see till then. We know how to go about it. So I'm so very, very excited seeing all of you. You want to know? I'm so excited. I want this thing to enter 4 minutes before I go because I did 4 minutes yesterday and it must not be less. It must be over and 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 over. Oh. Yeah. So 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anybody on the chat, apart from Hood, that can say I in the comment section? Anybody apart from Hood in the chat that can say I in the comment section? You're getting to see this video. Apart from Hood, say I. Hood boy, say I in the comment section. Let me see you. Let me see you guys. Let somebody else comment, please, before I go. If anybody no comment, I don't go. Please. If you are joining this live, just say I for me. I let me know that you are there. Let the I flow. Let I flow. Nobody's saying it now. I now. We have 8 people in the chat. Just say I to me before you leave, please. I can I get more high? Okay, can I get favor? Just say anything. Greet me now. Greet me now. Currently Nigeria. Nigeria, of course, Nigeria. Nigeria. Say hi now. Apart from Hood Boy, can I not get anybody that can tell me hi in the comments in the chat? Currently from Nigeria. Currently in the southeast region. I cannot go give location before the countries become. But I'm currently in the southeast. That's who they make me fear. Oh, you dey call Naija Zoo because you don't come out. You dey call Naija Zoo. You dey call Naija. God, I beg. You dey call Naija Zoo. This is very, very funny. That's zoo now. That's zoological. Zoo, mother. Anyways, it's nice meeting all of you. And just do well to follow me, subscribe, like I said, and do well to comment. I'll be going on live tomorrow. At this time. So if you like joining me, you want us to discuss issue, or you can just drop it on any comments. L. Normally na hell, but we are surviving, right? You see us at the sweat safe. The choosing na help is in the even with fan and AC handle. But it's because I'm exercising. No ginger must be there. You get me? You feel me? So, anyways, I will be going now. And I really, really appreciate everybody. I've said that before now, so let me just go. But I just like talking because, bros, don't be joke. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. One of these days, I will come Germany. I don't know when, but one of these days, I'll be in Germany by God's grace. By God's grace. I don't know when, but very, 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 very soon. Very, very soon, by God's grace. Yeah. But since 2001 is a long period, though. That's how many years from now? That's very from now. That's about anybody who don't do that goes wrong almost read like 20. 2001 is what now? Code on the when I won't buy me. When I won't you won't kill me, but yeah, God I beg. But let me see, 2001 from 2001 to 2025. That's how much now? That's like 24 years, right? 24. 24. More. You don't feel, you know, like that's 24. That's not a small number. Cool. It's no small. Though you be Niger boy now. You be Niger 4 kids. You be Agbalagbi now. You be Agbalagbi already. 4 kids. That means that from there you marry, or I be from Nigeria. Now from Nigeria you marry. Now from Nigeria you marry, or now from there. Everybody. Oh. Hey, you for marry Igbo people now. For marry Igbo girl now. You for marry Igbo girl now. And you know this. For marry Igbo woman, beautiful Igbo. Oh, your secondary school friend. That's cute too. That's secondary school. Wow, that's amazing, man. You break record. It was in secondary school. She's from Delta. She's from Delta. Wow. That's what I'm actually saying. What I was saying was that was she actually in Nigeria? That's what I'm actually saying. Oh, now that you're saying she's from Delta State, that's cute though. So you guys met there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And anyways, it's nice meeting you, old boy. She joined you. I can come and join you now. I can come and join you now. You just need to invite me and come and say, oh, come and spend like just 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. You know, together in Lagos. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's nice. Like when my girlfriend too, now Igbo from my girlfriend. What state she says she did from self? Yeah. Oh, that's cute, Shao. That's cute. The fact that you met in Lagos, she's from Delta States. Abia. Wow, that's beautiful. Anyways, it's nice meeting you, hood boy. We'll need to lock up now and we'll need to end the live so that I can actually attend to some other things and then get some events. And this 6 o'clock. You understand? So thank you. God bless you. I would love to see you again. I'd love to see you, bros. So thumbs up. One love. Bye.